When you get rich, tell no one. Do not announce your income. Do not reveal how much your business makes. Do not show everyone what you own. And never assume that the people celebrating your success want nothing from it. The moment others know you have money, they stop seeing you in the same way. Your problems appear smaller to them. Their emergencies become your responsibility. Your refusal to help begins to look like greed. Every boundary you set becomes evidence that wealth has changed you. But money may not have changed you at all. It changed what others believe they can demand from you. Machiavelli understood that power becomes vulnerable when it can be accurately measured. If people know what you possess, they can estimate what you can give, what you fear losing, and how much pressure is required to make you surrender it. This is why visible wealth often creates invisible chains. The expensive car creates an image you must maintain. Public success attracts false loyalty. Financial generosity becomes an expectation. And the more people know about your position, the more carefully you must defend it. Silent wealth is not about pretending to be poor. It is about keeping control. You may live well, you may enjoy what you have earned, but you do not owe the world a complete record of your assets, income, investments, or ambitions. Privacy protects your ability to make decisions without guilt, manipulation, or unnecessary attention. In this video, you will learn Machiavelli's 7 rules of silent wealth, rules for recognizing hidden motives, protecting your boundaries, and ensuring that money increases your freedom instead of making you useful to everyone around you. Because earning wealth is only one part of the game. Keeping control of it is the real test. And the first rule is simple. When you get rich, tell no one. The moment your financial position changes, your first instinct may be to make the change visible. You upgrade the car, you begin wearing more expensive clothes, you post photographs from places you could never previously afford. Perhaps you do not intend to boast. You simply want proof that the years of sacrifice finally meant something. But announcing your transition is strategically dangerous. When people believe you are still struggling, they behave naturally around you. They reveal their opinions without calculating what they might gain. Their loyalty remains relatively untested because there is no obvious reward for performing it. Once your success becomes visible, that honesty begins to disappear. Some people become warmer, others suddenly remember how close the two of you once were. Old acquaintances return with business proposals, urgent problems, and carefully designed compliments. Even sincere relationships may develop new expectations. You can no longer know whether the increased attention is affection, curiosity, envy, or calculation. This is why Machiavellian thinking values uncertainty. What others cannot accurately measure, they cannot easily manipulate. Imagine 2 entrepreneurs who each begin earning 10 times their previous income. The first immediately announces his success. He rents an impressive office, buys a luxury car, and shares every milestone online. Within months, employees demand higher salaries because the company appears rich. Relatives request loans because he can obviously afford it. Competitors study his expansion and begin targeting his customers. His income increased, but so did the number of people making claims upon it. The second entrepreneur changes almost nothing publicly. He improves his life privately, strengthens the business, builds reserves, and allows others to underestimate his position. His success gives him choices without forcing him to defend an image. He can negotiate calmly, reject bad opportunities, and withdraw without embarrassment. The difference is not ambition, it is information control. Silence gives new wealth time to become stable wealth. A profitable year does not make you permanently rich. A promotion can disappear, a business can slow down, markets can reverse. If you announce victory too early, you may become trapped, maintaining the appearance of success after the financial reality has changed. Worse, public celebration can weaken your discipline. Once your identity becomes attached to being seen as successful, preserving the image may feel more important than protecting the capital beneath it. So, when your income rises, create distance between the event and the announcement. Pay your obligations, build reserves, acquire productive assets, study the new risks surrounding your position. Let the money mature before your lifestyle attempts to consume it. You do not need to deny your progress or live in fear. You simply need to understand that visibility is irreversible. Once people know your position, you cannot make them unknow it. The strategic person does not announce that the game has changed. He quietly changes how he plays. When your income rises, your lifestyle will immediately try to catch it. A better apartment, a more impressive car, more expensive restaurants, new clothes, premium memberships, and holidays designed not merely to be enjoyed, but to be noticed. Each upgrade appears affordable when viewed separately. Together, they create a new financial identity, one that becomes increasingly expensive to maintain. This is lifestyle inflation, but its greatest cost is not money. It is the loss of strategic freedom. When every increase in income is followed by an increase in fixed expenses, you remain dependent on your next paycheck, contract, client, or profitable month. You may look wealthier, yet become less capable of walking away from a bad situation. A person who earns $10,000 a month and needs $9,000 to preserve his lifestyle has less power than someone who earns $6,000 and can live comfortably on $3,000. The first person must continue performing. The second person can refuse. That difference is the foundation of financial power. Machiavelli understood that dependence weakens negotiation. Whoever controls something you cannot afford to lose can influence your behavior. If your expensive lifestyle depends on a particular employer, customer, partner, or public reputation, that source of income quietly gains leverage over you. You tolerate disrespect because the mortgage must be paid. You accept unfavorable terms because the car payments continue. You avoid taking intelligent risks because one unsuccessful month could expose how fragile your prosperity really is. Visible luxury may signal success, but hidden flexibility creates power. Consider a senior executive whose salary doubles after a major promotion. Within a year, he moves into a larger home, finances 2 luxury cars, enrolls his children in an expensive school, and begins socializing in circles where constant spending is expected. He appears to have climbed. In reality, he has built a more elegant cage. His employer now knows he cannot easily leave. His family has adapted to the higher standard. His social identity depends on maintaining it. The promotion increased his income, but his lifestyle consumed the freedom that income was supposed to buy. A more strategic person allows income and lifestyle to move at different speeds. When earnings rise, expenses remain relatively stable. The difference is directed into reserves, productive assets, and opportunities that reduce future dependence. Enjoyment is not forbidden, but every upgrade must compete against a more important question. Does this purchase improve my life or merely advertise my position? Silent wealth grows inside that gap. It is the distance between what you could spend and what you choose to spend. It gives you the ability to leave a toxic job, survive a downturn, reject a dishonest partner, or wait patiently for a better opportunity. It allows decisions to be made from strength rather than urgency. This does not mean living miserably while accumulating money you never use. Wealth should improve your life. But comfort and performance are not the same thing. Comfort serves you. Performance requires an audience and eventually turns you into its servant. Let your income rise faster than your image. Let your financial strength become difficult to see from the outside. Build a life that remains secure even when applause, status, and temporary earnings disappear. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to become too independent to be controlled. Every piece of financial information you reveal teaches people how to approach you. Tell someone your income, and they begin estimating what you can afford. Reveal your savings, and they measure their problems against your ability to solve them. Announce a profitable investment, and they either imitate you, envy you, or wait for an opportunity to ask for access. Information that appears harmless today may become leverage tomorrow. This is why financially powerful people are often deliberately vague. They do not discuss exact income, account balances, ownership percentages, investment returns, or future deals without a compelling reason. They understand that privacy is not secrecy born from shame. It is a boundary built for protection. Machiavelli treated information as an instrument of power. The person who knows more than he reveals holds an advantage. The person who reveals more than he knows becomes predictable. Imagine telling a friend that your business earned $300,000 this year. You may simply be sharing your excitement, but the number does not remain neutral in his mind. When you refuse to join an expensive holiday, he may think you are pretending not to have money. When he asks for a loan, your refusal may appear cruel rather than cautious. If your business later struggles, pride may prevent you from admitting it because you have already created an image of permanent success. One number has rewritten the relationship. The same principle applies in negotiation. If a seller knows how much money you have available, the price tends to move toward your capacity rather than the object's true value. If an employee knows the owner enjoyed an unusually profitable month, temporary success may be interpreted as unlimited resources. If relatives know the exact value of your assets, future inheritance can begin shaping present behavior. People cannot build precise demands around information they do not possess. You do not need to lie. Lying creates contradictions that eventually weaken trust. Instead, learn to answer without surrendering unnecessary detail. Business is going well. The investment is long-term. Most of the money is committed. I keep financial matters private. These statements can be truthful while preserving control. A boundary does not require a fabricated story. It only requires the discipline to withstand another person's curiosity. Social media makes this discipline more difficult. A photograph of a watch, hotel suite, property contract, or revenue dashboard can reveal more than you intended. Each post may attract admiration, but admiration is rarely the only response. It also attracts comparison, resentment, imitation, and attention from people who study visible success for their own advantage. Before disclosing financial information, ask 3 questions. Why does this person need to know? What can they do with this information? Would I still reveal it if our relationship became hostile? If the answers are unclear, silence is usually the stronger position. Wealth becomes safer when it is difficult to measure. Let people see your character, your competence, and the quality of your work, but never give everyone a map of what you own, what you fear losing, or where your next move will be. Because once someone understands the full structure of your power, they also begin searching for its weakest point. Wealth does not create loyalty. It creates incentives for people to imitate it. The more successful you become, the more carefully you must distinguish between those who value your presence and those who value the benefits attached to it. Both may appear supportive. Both may praise your decisions, defend your character, and celebrate your victories. The difference becomes visible only when access is restricted. This is why loyalty should be tested before it is rewarded. Machiavelli understood that people often remain faithful while loyalty is profitable. Their true nature is revealed when the reward disappears, the favor is refused, or the relationship requires sacrifice without immediate gain. Suppose an old friend returns after hearing that your business has become successful. He speaks warmly about the past, praises your intelligence, and proposes that you invest in his new idea. If you agree immediately, you learn nothing about the friendship. Your money prevents his motives from being tested. Instead, offer attention before capital. Ask difficult questions. Request a written plan. Suggest that he prove the idea on a smaller scale using his own resources. Observe how he reacts when access to your money is delayed. A genuine person may feel disappointed, but will respect the boundary. An opportunist will often become impatient, offended, or manipulative. He may remind you of old favors, question whether success has changed you, or accuse you of lacking faith in him. The moment he cannot obtain the benefit he expected, the warmth disappears. Your refusal did not destroy the relationship. It revealed the transaction hidden inside it. The same test applies beyond money. Sometimes people seek introductions, employment, influence, confidential information, or proximity to your reputation. Access to your network can be as valuable as access to your bank account. Once someone enters through your name, their behavior can affect your credibility even if you never approved their actions. Therefore, access must be earned gradually. Give people small responsibilities before large opportunities. Watch how they handle private information. Notice whether they remain respectful when told no. Observe how they speak about others who once helped them. A person who betrays previous allies for your benefit will eventually betray you for someone offering more. Most importantly, pay attention during periods when you appear less useful. You do not need to invent a crisis or deceive anyone. Simply stop displaying constant momentum, decline a few requests, become less available, allow others to believe that your attention and resources are limited. Some relationships will remain unchanged. Those people may be worth protecting. Others will grow cold because the expected reward has disappeared. Let them leave without confrontation. Quiet withdrawal provides more information than dramatic accusation ever could. But do not become paranoid. Silent wealth is not a philosophy of isolation. Suspicion applied to everyone will eventually destroy the genuine loyalty you are trying to preserve. The goal is not to assume that every person wants to exploit you. It is to avoid granting deep access before character has been demonstrated over time. Trust should grow through evidence, not nostalgia, flattery, or urgency. The people closest to your wealth can influence your decisions, damage your reputation, expose your private affairs, and create obligations in your name. Choose them according to how they behave when there is nothing immediate to gain. Loyalty that exists only in prosperity is not loyalty. It is a temporary alliance with your usefulness. The most difficult financial boundaries are rarely set with strangers. They are set with family. When people discover that you have become financially successful, their problems can slowly become your responsibility. A late payment becomes an emergency. A failed business becomes an investment opportunity. Poor decisions are repackaged as temporary bad luck, and because you have the resources to help, refusing begins to feel cruel. This is how generosity becomes obligation. The first request is often reasonable. Someone needs help with medical expenses, rent, or an unexpected crisis. You provide the money because you care. But once your assistance becomes predictable, the relationship changes. You are no longer simply a relative. You become the family's financial safety net. Machiavellian thinking does not demand coldness. It demands that you examine incentives. If every financial mistake is rescued, what reason remains for behavior to change? Your money may relieve immediate pain while quietly preserving the habits that created it. Imagine a successful woman whose brother repeatedly asks for help. The first time, she pays an overdue bill. The second time, she covers a failed business expense. The third time, he needs money because another opportunity will supposedly solve everything. Each request arrives with urgency. Each refusal is framed as betrayal. Eventually, she realizes that she is not financing his recovery. She is financing his avoidance of consequences. Her generosity has become part of the problem. The danger is not limited to the amount lost. Family loans create emotional accounting. The lender remembers the sacrifice. The borrower remembers the humiliation. If repayment is delayed, every conversation carries invisible tension. If the debt is forgiven, gratitude may gradually become resentment because the borrower dislikes feeling permanently beneath the person who helped. Money can turn affection into hierarchy. This is why assistance must have structure. Decide in advance what you are willing to give, to whom, and under what circumstances. Separate genuine emergencies from recurring irresponsibility. If you cannot afford to lose the money without damaging the relationship, do not call it a casual loan. Sometimes the wiser form of help is not cash. You can pay a necessary bill directly, fund education, help someone find work, review a plan, or provide limited support tied to visible effort. These forms of assistance solve specific problems without offering unrestricted access to your resources. Most importantly, never reveal the full extent of what you could provide. The moment relatives believe your wealth is effectively unlimited, every boundary appears artificial. They do not see the risks, obligations, taxes, or years of discipline behind your position. They see only that you have more than they do. And in their minds, your surplus becomes a solution already promised to them. You are allowed to help your family. You may even decide that supporting them is one purpose of becoming wealthy. But help should strengthen people, not train them to transfer every consequence to you. Set limits before emotion sets them for you. Give from principle, not pressure. Never use money to purchase loyalty, silence guilt, or prove that success has not changed you. Those payments rarely create gratitude. They create a price for continuing the relationship. Your wealth should allow you to protect the people you love. It should not make you financially responsible for every decision they refuse to change. Most people believe wealth means having your name visibly attached to expensive things. A large house, a luxury car, a successful company, a collection of objects designed to make ownership impossible to ignore. But appearance, ownership, and control are not the same. Appearance is what people see. Ownership is what documents record. Control is the ability to decide what happens next. Of the three, control is usually the most powerful and the least visible. The inexperienced person wants public proof that he has become wealthy. He wants his name on everything because recognition feels like victory. But every visible possession reveals information, creates expectations, and becomes something he must protect, ensure, maintain, and explain. He owns more, yet becomes responsible for more. A strategic person asks a different question. Do I need to be seen owning this, or do I need the benefits and control it provides? Consider two business owners. The first builds a profitable company and makes himself the center of its identity. His face appears in every advertisement. Every important client communicates directly with him. Employees depend on his approval, and his personal reputation becomes inseparable from the company. He appears powerful, but he cannot step away. If he stops working, decisions slow down. If his reputation suffers, the business suffers. If he wants to sell, buyers recognize that much of the company's value will leave with him. He owns the business, but the business controls his time, identity, and choices. The second owner remains less visible. He builds systems, distributes responsibility, documents processes, and develops capable managers. Customers trust the company rather than depending entirely on its founder. He may receive less public admiration, but he possesses something more valuable, the ability to leave without causing everything to collapse. That is control. The same principle applies to personal wealth. A person may own an impressive home, but remain controlled by its debt and expenses. Another may own fewer visible luxuries, while controlling investments that generate income, time, and mobility. The first looks rich. The second can make decisions without asking permission from creditors, employers, or an audience. This does not mean hiding assets illegally, avoiding legitimate obligations, or using complicated structures you do not understand. Laws differ across countries, and legal or financial arrangements require qualified professional advice. The principle is simpler. Do not confuse displaying ownership with possessing power. Ask whether each asset expands your choices or reduces them. Does it generate cash flow or consume it? Can it function without your constant presence? Can you exit when conditions change? Does it protect your freedom or merely confirm your status? Machiavellian power rarely depends on being the loudest figure in the room. It comes from shaping outcomes, while others remain uncertain about the full structure behind your influence. Let people notice the quality of your decisions, not the exact scale of your resources. Build systems that operate without applause. Own assets that strengthen your position rather than imprison you inside an image. Keep your financial architecture understandable, lawful, and private. Because visible ownership attracts attention, but quiet control preserves options. And in the world of wealth, the person with the most options often holds the real power. Status is wealth, translated into a language strangers can understand. The luxury car, designer watch, exclusive membership, and oversized home all communicate the same message: I have succeeded. But every status symbol creates a second message: I must continue succeeding to maintain this image. That is where display becomes dependence. An asset strengthens your position whether anyone notices it or not. It can produce income, preserve capital, increase your skills, or return control over your time. A status symbol usually requires an audience. Its value comes partly from being recognized, compared, and admired. One creates freedom. The other creates performance. Imagine two people receiving the same substantial bonus. The first uses it as a deposit on a luxury car. The purchase earns immediate attention. Colleagues admire it. Friends assume his career is flourishing. But the car also creates monthly payments, higher insurance costs, maintenance expenses, and pressure to preserve the lifestyle surrounding it. The second person quietly acquires a productive asset. No one congratulates him. Nothing changes on social media. Yet, each month, that asset strengthens his reserves and reduces his dependence on future income. After 1 year, the first person has an impressive image and another obligation. The second has more options. This is the central law of silent wealth. Delay recognition until your position no longer depends on it. Many people display success too early because applause provides an emotional reward that compounding cannot offer immediately. An investment account is invisible. A profitable system is boring to outsiders. Financial reserves attract no admiration, but these quiet forms of wealth continue working after attention disappears. Machiavellian strategy favors substance over spectacle. A ruler who spends all his resources displaying power may eventually lack the resources required to exercise it. The same is true financially. If maintaining the appearance of wealth consumes the capital beneath it, status has conquered its owner. Before buying something expensive, ask what the purchase is designed to produce: utility, freedom, income, or recognition. There is nothing wrong with enjoying beautiful things. The danger begins when possessions become evidence you need others to see. Then every downgrade feels like humiliation, every setback must be hidden, and every decision is filtered through the question of how it will appear. Let your assets speak through the life they make possible. Let them give you time, security, mobility, and the ability to refuse what compromises you. Allow people to underestimate your resources while experiencing the calm those resources create. You do not need to look poor. You need to stop needing to look rich. Status announces what you have today. Assets protect what you can choose tomorrow. And the wealthiest position is not being admired by everyone in the room. It is being free to leave the room without losing anything. When you get rich, tell no one. Not because wealth is shameful, not because everyone around you is an enemy, and not because success must be hidden forever. Remain silent because privacy gives wealth time to become power. The less people know about your financial position, the fewer expectations they can place upon it. You can make decisions without defending them, help others without creating entitlement, and enjoy success without becoming trapped by the image of it. These 7 rules lead to one principle. Money should expand your freedom, not increase the number of people who can influence you. Do not announce the transition before it becomes stable. Keep your lifestyle behind your income. Protect information that others could turn into leverage. Test loyalty before granting access. Support family without financing dependence. Separate appearance from ownership and ownership from control, and let productive assets speak more loudly than symbols of status. None of this requires isolation, dishonesty, or fear. You can love generously while maintaining boundaries. You can enjoy beautiful things without turning them into public evidence. You can celebrate success without giving the world a complete map of your resources. True wealth is not the ability to purchase attention. It is the ability to live without needing it. Machiavelli understood that power is most secure when others cannot fully measure it. The same is true of money. What remains private is harder to manipulate, harder to pressure, and harder to take. Build quietly, live deliberately, give selectively. Let others notice the calm in your decisions without knowing the full strength behind them. Because becoming wealthy changes what you can afford. But remaining silent protects what you can choose.